It's time to zone in. My name is Akesi, and thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about turning challenges into opportunities. It's one of the most spoken about topic, and I believe that it would help you today to let you know how I unfolded in my journey. I want you to know how it's inevitable that life will definitely throw you some curveballs. And all the dreams that you have been having, sometimes your plans will crumble, the dreams will die, and it gets messy, along the way. But the breakthrough is in how you look at the mess. Okay, when things happen and things don't go the way you want them to go, how do you look at this mess? Do you let it defeat you or empower you, engulf you, and make you feel like you're worthless or you didn't achieve your aim because you're not good enough? So my experience has been such that, I've had a lot of times where life has thrown curveballs at me. Like I've been confused. I think that, I was worthless and all those. I'll share one of such experience with you. So what happened? Okay. I was in the university at a time where, most people were also, like my mates, everyone was in the university. And I did not know that my mom was critically ill. I knew she was unwell. I used to come home, visit her, etc. But I actually didn't know that it was that critical. She would always say, oh, it's not that bad. You go on ahead, go to school, think about your work and do what you've got to do. So in my head, I'm good. Life is good. My studies, education is great. And one day, I got a phone call to say I should come home. I get home and I was told that my mom had gone to be with the Lord. I mean, this was news that I just couldn't understand. I didn't make sense of. It changed the trajectory of my life, and I wasn't able to continue school. In terms of sitting down studying and all of that. In fact, I remember I couldn't show any kind of emotion in terms of anger, pain, disappointment, crying. I couldn't do anything. I was just like a zombie, and from that time to like a year later, where I was not in school, I was detached from many people, and I was just coasting through life with no proper plan for my life. I felt like a failure, even though a lot of people in terms of family would come to me and say, we know you've been through a hard time, so it's very normal that you are not in school and you are not continuing through school. A lot of people were empathizing, but within me, I felt like a failure. I felt like I'd lost everything. I felt like I couldn't continue anymore. And this was a dream shattered because I remember my mom was so afraid of heights. But when I went to Legon, she came all the way to the fourth floor in Okpoglo, to lay my bed, pray for me before leaving. And to think that I had truncated my education because I couldn't study, I couldn't do anything because of unforeseen circumstances. At this point, I don't know exactly, how you would have handled it, but it took me over a year to make up my mind that I would move on. It was at this point that I realized that disaster, still held an opportunity. It was an opportunity for me to decide who I am, what I want out of life. So I will tell you today that when you slam into a wall, when life throws you that curveball, get curious. Don't be furious. Ask how you can, turn this obstacle around to make yourself better, to improve yourself, and to be the best version of you. Look inside for fears that need facing. You need to have some good conversations with yourself. Look at the skills that need boosting. When you have failed at anything that involved your skills, do you have to go back to school and learn? Use the trips that you need to uncover your next level. Like, go the extra mile to do an investigation, or to search all the roadblocks that have been set up in your way, and see how you can take them away through your own doing and soar higher than ever. Listen, I think that we all need a little battle scar tissue. Why do I say that? Because we need it to handle the victory that is next. Consider in yourself the strength for your training, the training of all the things that you need to do, and discover this destiny of yours by turning your challenges into opportunity. Thank you for joining me throughout this episode. And remember to click the subscribe button, like, share, follow us on social media, on IG, on Facebook, and TikTok as well, on Zoning with Akesi. Thank you, and see you next time.